Good morning and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. I wanted to do a little video this morning about surviving this heat wave that is affecting much of the nation, but particularly the Pacific Northwest, where not only is it ridiculously hot, over 100 degrees, but many people in that part of the country don't have air conditioning in their homes because it usually doesn't get hot enough to require air conditioning. And right now it definitely is hot enough to need air conditioning. I've done a couple videos in the past that might be helpful here. One is on surviving a summer power outage, and I'll put a link to that down in the description. And the other one is about keeping cool when you don't have air conditioning, and I'll put a link to that down in the description too. Although honestly, most of the things about keeping cool when you don't have air conditioning is talking about hot weather, but not 110, 115. I'm not sure how you're going to really stay cool when it's that hot without air conditioning, but if you don't have air conditioning or don't have access to it, you're going to have to do your best. Hi, Whiskers. So I just had a couple of things I wanted to mention in addition to those two videos that are important. One is to plan for a power outage. Given how many people are going to be running their air conditioners, full-time on high speed or whatever, that's going to be putting a lot of pressure on the power grid, and in some parts of the country, the power grid isn't that stable anyway. So, Whiskers, would you sit? You can sit on me, but just sit. So, prepare for a power outage. That means have a way to keep medications like insulin cool if you have things like that you need to take. Have a solar phone charger. I have a couple of them. I use them when I go camping. I went camping last week. They're great. I set them on my picnic table when I'm camping all day. And then in the evening I charge my phone. And it works, they work great. You can get some on Amazon for 20 bucks. Also have your flashlights, have extra batteries, have whatever things you need to deal with a power outage. Have plenty of water on hand. If the power goes out, you may not have running water, depending upon, what gets the running water to your house. And so make sure you've got plenty of water on hand, because when it's hot, you need lots and lots of extra water. Yes, Whiskers, we can cuddle. And also keep water in your car. If you're driving and your car breaks down and you're stuck on the side of the road in this heat and your car won't start, so you don't have air conditioning in the car, you at least need to have plenty of water. Just like in the winter, you would prepare, you would keep a blanket in the car or whatever, depending on where you live in the winter. Where I live, it gets very cold in the winter. People keep blankets in the car. Also, keep a close eye on your pets. Dogs, cats, other animals, rabbits, guinea pigs, gerbils, whatever you have. They can be affected by the heat just like humans can. And they can get heat stroke and heat exhaustion and die from the heat. And everybody knows you can't leave your dog in the hot car, right? But even in the house, if the temperature's getting very hot, keep the pets in a cool area. For a couple years, I lived in a house in Ohio that didn't have air conditioning, and most of the time in the summer it was okay, a little uncomfortable, but okay. One summer it was really, really hot. I had a gerbil. I ended up putting ice in plastic bags and putting those on top of his cage so that it kind of cooled the air, in the cage, because there was ice, because it was just too hot for him. It looked like he was getting sick. It was too hot. So keep a close eye on your pets. That's all I've got. If you've got any extra tips for people in that part of the country, or if you're living in that part of the country, let us know what you're doing to keep cool. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I hope everybody's staying safe and staying well.